or VPG, Volunteer Purchase Group, is a co-op. So a bunch of us garden centers got together because you can't do it by yourself, so you do it with friends. That's what a co-op is. So we formed this co-op, Fertilome, VPG. They're out of Texas, and they focus on bag goods, fertilizers, bug killers, leaf spotting, disease stuff. Kind of dry, boring, but every garden needs some of this stuff, and it's the most complicated product to learn. The plants are pretty easy. How to use all the products to make the plants grow, that's actually the hard part. That's the part I really like. What I like about Andy and the VPG group is they're in Texas, so they understand Southwest soils. So many companies are based out of Chicago, East Coast, and they're create products for the East Coast, which is completely different. They're dealing with acidic soil, we deal with alkaline soils. They deal with shade and humidity, we deal with dry and altitude and sun. They understand all that, and they've helped me create some things over the years. They listen to us. I can call Andy and go, hey, we need this in the product, and they'll put it before the board, and then they'll actually consider that. Because retailers like us sit on their board. We've been advisors on their board, and just they listen. So that's the benefit of a co-op. So I said, Andy, you've got to come out and tell us about this. So it's all up. Give it to Andy and VPG.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Ken, as well. My name is Andy. Yes, we're a Texas-born company. We're, a matter of fact, 50 years old this year. I live in Southern California, so please don't hold that against me. I cover the Western United States, so I have a pretty large territory. I'm a senior sales manager for the Western United States. I do physically call on California, Nevada, and Arizona, so that's why I'm here partnering in my friendship with Ken Lane and his family and his nursery and all the nurseries. So like you said, we are a co-op. We're a little bit of a different company. We only sell to independent dealers. Okay, you'll never find our products in a mass merchant or a publicly traded company, ever. It's built in our bylaws. Our patron owners are our dealers. So our dealers are our patron owners of our company. And same with our distributors. We sell all our products through our distributors. So we're a company that supports shop small movement and shop local. And so you'll only find our products at independent nurseries. As a matter of fact, here in the state of Arizona, there's not one nursery here that does not carry a VPG product. So you'll find our products everywhere. So I have 3 of my favorite special products that I want to just talk about today briefly with you. So everybody has weeds. Everybody's going to get weeds. Maybe not weeds right now because it's still kind of cold, but you're probably going to get weeds, right? So you're going to be spraying for weeds later. So there's a way to prevent weeds. And so we have a product called High Yield Turf and Ornamental Weed Stopper. So this is a weed preventer, and it's a granular, and you sprinkle it out, you spread it out on your lawn to control weeds. It's a pre-emergent, and it's made with Dimension, and it's a product that you put in your spreader, and you sprinkle it out to prevent weeds. What it does is it creates this gaseous layer on the surface of the soil, and it prevents any weed seeds from germinating and coming up when it starts to warm up. So this is a 12-pound bag. They carry it here at Waters Gardens all the time, every year. This is the perfect time to do it. So you can prevent those weeds from germinating now before spring and the summer comes, and then you won't have to do all that spraying later. It's a 12-pound bag. It uses around 3 pounds per 1,000 square feet. This is a 12-pound bag. So they have that here. The mic is came off.
Will that work around the rock garden?
So yes, you can use it everywhere but vegetables and fruits and vegetables. So you use it in your lawn, all your ornamental plants, all your flowers, all your garden flowers here, perennials, annuals, things like that. Not fruits and vegetables. It has a wide range of weeds that it controls. And some of the weeds are in the same family as vegetables. So that's why you can't use it in vegetables. Now there are some weed preventers out there that you can use in vegetable gardens. One's called Pyrethrins. And I'm not sure if they carry that here, but there is one available.
And what about on our rock lawns?
Yes, rocks, rock beds, dirt driveways, your grass, lawn. The setting on here for an earthway or Fertilome spreader is 14. So if you have an earthway or a Fertilome spreader, you can set it on 14, and then you can spread it out onto your lawn. Other spreaders, I think it's like 3 or 4 set other brands. All right? Any questions on that? Really, really simple. It's a perfect time to use it at this time of the year to prevent all those weeds. Yes, sir?
I have a couple of big apple trees in my front yard, and I have rock. Can I put it around the rock, leave a big wide?
Right, yes. Away from the drip line of the fruits or vegetables. Yes, ma'am.
I have raised gardens,
Mhm.
vegetable gardens,
Right.
with gravel.
Mhm.
Would it be appropriate to use it on the ground, on the gravel?
Around, away from the vegetables, yes. Where you're walking, correct, but in the raised gardens of vegetables, no. Okay? The other product, one of my other favorite products, is Soil Activator. We've changed the name. It's now called Humic. We still have some inventory of the product called Soil Activator. I actually like this name better. But Humic Acid, has everybody heard of Humic Acid? Humic Acid is actually a natural product. It's decomposed organic material that's been in the soil for a long time. There was a doctor named Dr. Leonard who had found it or discovered it. It comes out of the mines in the Dakotas and also in New Mexico. And humic acid is something that actually unlocks nutrients that are in your soil. How many of you have fertilized and fertilized and fertilized something and it just doesn't seem to respond? Does that happen to any of you? That happens a lot with a lot of people. And what happens is nutrients get locked up in the soil. And what humic acid does is it feeds the microbes. Remember when Ken was talking about microbes that are in the soil? And then come summertime, they start activating. What this does is it feeds the microbes, unlocks the nutrients in the soil, and makes it available to the plant roots. That's exactly what it does. It's not a fertilizer, it's an additive to the soil. And that's what it works. So you can use it on your lawn, you can use it on fruits, vegetables, you can use it on everything. It's an excellent product to have. If you've been fertilizing and you have a lot of fertilizer that you think that you have in the soil and you want to kind of unlock those nutrients, make it available to the plant, that's what you need to do. Soil Activator, hence the name. It's a great, great product. Also, if you've used a lot of pesticides or a lot of herbicides in your soil, this actually detoxifies the soil as well. So it gets rid of all the toxins in the soil and feeds, like I said, feeds the microbes in the soil as well and makes all that tingle. Because what happens inside the soil, when all those microbes are all active and growing, right, does what? Improves the quality of the roots. You have longer and stronger roots, you have what? A stronger plant. You have a stronger plant, you have better, healthier fruits and flowers. Okay? So Soil Activator, 20-pound bag. And the third one I want to talk about is Triple Action, one of my favorite pesticides. This is a complete organic fertilizer. It's actually OMRI certified as well. OMRI certification labels will be actually put on the labels here really soon as we roll through some of the other products. This is a quart concentrated Triple Action. It's neem and pyrethrins. Has everybody heard of neem? And everybody's heard of pyrethrins. Neem is derived from the neem tree from India. It's one of the oldest pesticides in the world. Neem is. This is 70% neem. It's been used for 2,000 to 3,000 years. Natives from India actually break off branches of the neem tree and use it to fight tooth decay. It's a very, very safe, very, very easy, very good product to use on everything in your yard to control all kinds of insects and pests in your yard. It's a little cold right now, but once the insects start to come into your yard, it's a great product to use. This is a quart concentrate. You mix 2 tablespoons per gallon of water in your quart trigger sprayer or a tank sprayer, and you can spray all your insects in your yard. There's also a 32-ounce ready-to-use one as well. The other active ingredient is pyrethrins. So pyrethrins is derived from chrysanthemums. So you have pyrethrins. That is a contact spray, kills on contact. The neem has properties to control fungus and also smother insects as well. So it's called Triple Action because it does 3 things. It's a miticide, fungicide, and an insecticide. So all of you that are here today physically, who went through the whole program today, you actually get a little small bottle of 8-ounce Triple Action concentrate right over here in the cart. So I'm going to hand one of those out to you for free, so come by and get one. But remember where you got it. You got it where? Dotted water gardens, and you can only find it at independent dealers, because we only sell to independent nurseries. Shop small, shop local, and shop at Waters Garden Centers. All right, so thank you.
So I use this soil activator. I put this down on my entire yard a month ago, like 2 storms ago, because I knew that weeds, the dandelions, would be coming up in the foxtail. That little grass looks real soft and green. You're going, oh, spring is here. Then it puts this burr that wants to go through your sock and then come out the other side through your ankle, and out the other side of the sock is that. Dangerous to dogs. We take dogs into the vet because they had a foxtail in their eye. That's an annual. It only comes back every year by seed. That's the easiest way to get rid of it. I did my rock lawns in between up by the street, I just get weeds. That's where I put it. I put this on twice a year myself. My name's Ken. I'm your friend. We're just neighbors talking over the fence. I use this twice a year because I hate weeding, despise it. That makes gardening, Adam and Eve, they should be shocked because they cause weeds. That's the reason we got weeds out of the Garden of Eden. I use it now to get rid of all the winter weeds. I'll use it again right before the monsoons, right before July 4th, typically, into June, first part of July, because that's when the monsoon rains come, and that's when your tumbleweed, goat head, when you step on, you're like, go ouch, your dogs like limp along, a horehound, all those come because of the rains. I put it on right then. Those are also annual weeds. They only come back by seed. You keep the seed from germinating, you don't have weeds. Or you have a 90% reduction. I find it really cuts down on my weeds, and the more I use it, the stronger it gets, or the better it tends to work as you use it multiple times. This I use mainly when I'm starting my seed bed. So when I'm blending my vegetable seed, I'm going to put carrots down, radishes. I'm starting things by seed, a lawn. I definitely use soil activator beforehand because it encourages the seed to root deeper. It feeds microbes. It's a great product. And then this is my first go-to thing. If I've got a bug, this is where I start. Because it's safe for me, it's safe for birds, it's safe because it's organic. It doesn't really take down grasshoppers that well. There you need to hit them with you break up the shotgun, hit them over the head with it or something. There's bigger stuff for these grasshoppers that hit the valley areas. But boy, does it ever work on aphids and thrip and mites and all these other smaller bugs that we've seen aphids show up already. We just sprayed in the greenhouse for mites. So we're starting to see that first edge of bugs. This is always where we start. This is the only thing we use in the nursery because we want to keep everything organic here. So this is our go-to when we see problems. So anyway, that's give it up for Andy. Appreciate it so much. Thank you.